Hello students, today we're going to go over WAMAP. I'm just going to show you around to see how show you how WAMAP works. So as you notice, me being the instructor, I have all the units. However, you will just start off with 2 units. You will start off with the unit 00, which is our Introduction to Emporium class. This is the unit that you need to take to show me and demonstrate that you understand how to use WAMAP, Canvas, and HonorLock. After you have done that, you then will go to your appropriate unit. So if you are in 94, you will get the code for Unit 1. If you are in 98, you will get the code for Unit 7. And if you are in 99, you will get the code for Unit 13. So I'm just going to demonstrate with Math 94. So if you're going to go to Unit 1, if you are in 94, as you notice, I am in Student View. So this is how the Student View will look. You will have a section, and you cannot get any other section until you've done the first one. So I'm just going to demonstrate. We're going to click on this one. First, you'll see all the objectives. This is the pretest. The pretest is optional. I would suggest that no one take the pretest because you must get an 85% on the pretest in order to pass the unit and skip and go to the next unit. It does take a day, it's kind of a waste of a class day, unless you are very sure that you understand the material. So we're just going to start with Unit 1. As you notice, when I click it, the study skill goes away. So I'm going to click on Study Skill 1. And this is how the different sections are going to come up. It's going to come up with a video or two. And there's going to be a name above that says who is giving the video. You can choose which instructor you like. You can always watch both if you would like. You can watch one if you would like. You must watch one of them, because in the workbook is where you are going to copy down all the instructions, the example problems, and the questions you must do. So after you've clicked on this video, we're not going to watch it, but if you click on this video and you watch this whole video, okay, you're then going to click, yes, I watched the video. So then you're going to submit. It's going to tell you what your score is. If you get on any of the types of problems, especially the math type problems. If you do not get it correct, it'll tell you you got 0 out of 1 or however much you got correct. It then allows you to resubmit. You can try the problem 2 to 4 times. It depends on the type of problem. And then if you don't do the problem correctly that amount of times, you can try a similar question. So now we're going to go to the next one. True or false? You are born with a mindset and cannot do much to alter it. You're going to learn about that. So I'm just going to click the answer. Okay, you're going to learn about that in the video. Okay, so after you've done that, you're going to go back to your Unit 1. When you are done, click here to see a summary of your scores. Okay, so then you can return to your course page. Then it allows you to see the next section, adding and subtracting whole numbers, decimals, and negatives. So this is more of a math type one. It's going to ask you or allow you to choose your instructor. You can listen to Whitney or you can listen to Mayer in this specific example. So then after you watch the video, you're going to watch the video. It's going to have you in your workbook fill out the top things. So you'll notice in your workbook in this section, there are different things to fill out. You're going to fill this all out. You're then going to get to the example problems that they will do with you. These are your 2 example problems. You must write down the example problems in your workbook. Those are normally shown on the left side of each of your workbook pages, both example problems. The same example problems will be done in the other video. So again, if you prefer to watch Whitney, you can watch Whitney. If you prefer to watch Mayer, you can watch Mayer. It is up to you. After you do the 2 example problems, they're then going to give you 2 questions. So the 2 questions, you're going to do this question also in your workbook. you're going to give an answer. So let's say that I just round 62,131 to the nearest 10th. So 62,000, the nearest 10. Sorry, not 10th, the nearest 10. So 62,131. So let's say that I thought it was 140. So I'm going to submit. And it tells me that I got it incorrect. Right here, I can either try another similar problem, or I can continue to try this. Notice that this tells me this is attempt 2 of 3. So I am given 3 attempts for this problem. So once I tell you, oh, I think it's 62,130, because rounding the 1 here down, because it is 4 or less, tells me that I need to round this to 30. So then when I submit that, it tells me I do it correctly. I get a little check mark here. Then I can go on to the next question. But let's say I got this one wrong and I just wanted to skip it for now and come back to it. Then I can go to question 2, do question 2, and I can come back to question 1. Once I have done both problems and I click submit, again, notice how you need to answer the question. Once I have answered the next part, it will then give me the other parts here. You'll notice in your workbook there's 1.1a, 1.1b, 1.1c, ... etc. So then you'll have section 2, section 3, section 4. After you've done all the sections, it's then going to come up with the Unit 1 review or practice. Notice how the Unit 1 review and practice is not in your workbook. That is what you are going to be doing on a separate sheet of paper. That is also how you will do your homework. I apologize, I forgot to go over the homework sections. Once you do all of 1.1a, 1.1b, 1.1c, etc., there will be a Unit 1 homework. Those are going to be 10 to 30 problems that you do on a separate sheet of paper. And then you are going to input the answers onto WAMAP. And you'll do the same for Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4. Then we get to the review. And after you do the review, you then will be given the option to take a test. The test, when you take the test, you must do it through Honor Lock. And if you watch the other video about Honor Lock, given by the other instructors, that will show you how to work through Honor Lock, but I will just give you a quick run through. So in Canvas, you'll see here that you have an Honor Lock section. When you click on Honor Lock, it's going to come up with every exam that is allowed to be taken. So we were talking about Unit 1, so I would look at Exam 1. If I was in a different exam, Exam 9, I would go down to Exam 9. For every exam in the class, you are allowed to take some retakes. If you do not pass the first time, you can take it again. You can take it a second time. You can take it a third time. And I will do what I can to help you pass. So Exam 1, you're going to click Launch. And you will notice that another web page will show up. And this, I have opened Honor Lock before, but you will need to launch it and allow it to work on your screen. Once you do that, it will show up with another web page here, and this is launching the proctoring. So you have to complete all of this. You have to go through each step. So if I was going to launch the proctoring, notice how it is going to look at my screen, and I have to allow it to use my microphone and my camera, and it is going to video me. Then I will have to do a room scan. I will have to show my papers. I will have to show my screen, my computer, put my phone away and my workbook away. my calculator away if I'm not allowed to use it, or show my calculator if I am allowed to use it. Show my blank papers, and then I can get started on the exam. And it will walk you through how to insert the password. The other videos also show that. So we're not going to do that right now. But once you do that, you then can take your exam. HonorLock videos you and your screen, and I then watch it later and go over your exam. Then I will go over your exam with you. If you pass the unit with a 75% or higher total, that's counting the questions, the homework, the review, and the exam, 75%, and you can look at the syllabus for the separated grades. If you pass with a total 75%, at the bottom of this chapter, this unit here, it will then give you the option to move on to the next unit. If you do not pass the test or pass the unit with a 75%, it will say you need to retake your exam. Please do the review practice again in order to do the retake. However, before you do the retake, you must go over the exam with me. Once you pass, it will then give you the next unit and you can move on to unit 2. That is how it works for every unit. And the unit 6 is your practice. This is your this is your proficiency exam for the class. This is your final. So in unit 6, there are 3 separate reviews. It will show you here's part A. You have to do part A before you can move on to part B. Pay attention to whether you can use a calculator or not. And this review will help you for part A of the exam. Unit 6 has 3 parts, but every test is different. Once you pass this, then you pass the class. And we will go over that more with the syllabus. So that is a quick run through of WAMAP. Please let me know if you have any questions.